I'm going to end the debate right now. It's going into the ground. It'll have a gravestone in it. Because by the end of this video, you're going to discover that absolutely, undoubtedly, emphatically, that the manna from heaven is the psilocybin mushroom. And yes, he that overcomes, I will give him of the hidden manna, Christ says in the book of Revelations. Let's just read the scripture where all this context comes from, right? It looks like little bread buns. That's in the scriptures. It's the color of bdellium. That's also in the scriptures. A small round thing, it's in the scriptures. Comes with the dew. That resembles mycelium. That's in the scriptures. Hoarfrost and as coriander seed. And it happens to look like bread as well. Let's get more proof. Yup. Looks like bread to me. Wow, it even has kind of like a cross a little bit there as it's forming. But that absolutely looks like a small round thing, and it looks like bread. If that doesn't look like bread to you, then there's something wrong with you. I know there's nothing wrong with you because you wouldn't be watching this video. Why am I making this video? Because the reason why psilocybin mushrooms and dimethyltryptamine has been scheduled as Schedule 1 drugs is not because they're dangerous to you, not because a loving government cares that you're going to jump out of a two-story building, but rather that it changes opinion structures. What you thought you knew about the world is going to be dead wrong as a result of consuming these holy sacraments. And little did you know that they're a part of the Israelite covenant. You're meant to keep manna in a omer for all generations. All Israelites are supposed to be consuming this, right? Sirach 38 and 6. Yahweh made medicines out of the earth. He that is wise will not abhor them. Now, the real reason why they're illegal is because they're a military sacrament. In other words, they help Israel wage war on their enemies. Right now, most human beings can only access 0.025% of the visible light spectrum. However, the kings and priests of Israel, which have been proven archaeologically and through history to have consumed dimethyltryptamine-containing plants and to burn incense, which also activated your serotonin and opioid receptors and opened up your pineal gland and third eye, you would have access to 100% of the visible light spectrum, especially on high doses. In addition to making a covenant with the Most High God could use you as a battle axe and weapon of war. And that's exactly why in the book of Leviticus 26 and 8, 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to death, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. And yes, the Levitical priesthood was on dimethyltryptamine as they executed war on all the other nations and executed justice and judgment within their own people, right? But actually, the real reason why it's illegal, check this out. The moment that the nations realize that manna from heaven is the psilocybin mushrooms, all the other nations unite and start worshiping the God of Israel. And all the barriers and the walls of partition that separated the nations will completely erase, and they're going to go into the kingdom gates and have access to the tree of life. That's exactly why psilocybin medicine is illegal in the United States and in most of the world today.